So Drake last Friday, like right before we ended the show, released three albums. At first, I was under the impression that he was dropping only one album for the Iceman one that was a highly anticipated one. Kind of his first solo, not kind of his first solo album since everything that happened in 2024. And I believe the last album before that was For All the Dogs, right?
It was.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I mean, we have a review for Some Sexy Songs from you. If you want to, you can hear us kick that one in the ass. That album with Party Next Door in the ass. I think this album is much better. Um,
Agreed.
I think this is from what I've heard of the Drake catalog in the last decade, which is his clear post views anyway. This this might be the best one as a solo album. I don't know what your thoughts on that one, Rich, but I mean, ugh. Um, I think the album at first when I first heard it on first listen, I thought it was a bad album.
Same.
I'm at like 2.5 to 3 listens. I'm at it's acceptably mid. So I'm giving it something like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Um, so what were your thoughts on initially, Rich? Before we get into it?
So initially, like I was like, oh, he looks like he's about to tap in. The first couple songs I was like listening to, and
Yeah.
this is riding a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then like there's just like this weird mid portion of the album, and
There you go.
it's like, huh, like where
That
where
back
did he
half,
really?
that back
So
third's tough.
that back there's tough, and then it feels like some of these songs are dated. Like, and it felt like I've heard these joints through like various leaks and these songs
That's
did
true.
nothing. These songs
That's
did
true.
nothing charting wise and like hit wise. The obvious
Yeah.
hits don't jump out at me on Iceman, at least. I think the Maid of Honor and the Habibti are frisbees and should never be listened to again.
I haven't even
Personally,
heard them, so I can't even. The only song I've heard from any of them, from Habib T or from Maid of Honor, is Rich Key put up the the comment, the BBW. So we got off stream after we got done doing the show and then put the audio version. We went to the stream or whatever else, and me and Rich had listened to the album. Like we got off air, we listened to the album, or did we have it on stream? I can't remember.
we were off stream.
Okay, yeah, they would have snatched that shit down. But
Yeah.
listen to it, and I was like, man, no, 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 no. And then Rich was like, there's a song called BBW, and he was like, we had to stop the listening session, I think midway through to play BBW, and I was like, oh my god, this is
Horrible.
bad, really, really bad.
Look,
Um,
the BBW community deserves better.
yeah, they've had
Look,
better.
look,
Um,
the BBW community done got out here. There's a lot of brothers out here that will swear by the BBW community. The BBW community has been there for a lot of brothers. Like, and how dare Drake come with this disrespect?
yeah. Um, like the song he has with Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown and
Why
Wayne
would
only when he talk BBWs, that song's a good song.
look? Why wasn't Redman on the song with him?
That I mean, here's my question: how many Redman albums or free albums? How many Redman songs do you think he's ever heard? Like not naming the Rottweiler. How many Redman songs do you think he's heard?
I think he's probably heard some Redman.
Okay, if you
Yeah,
say so. But yeah, man, I just that wasn't a good song. And then also you hear like the sound of it is like it sounds almost like it's the instruments on the song sound like it's mocking big women. Like it sounds that low bass. It can mimic like have you ever heard of like how do I say this? It can mimic like you're mocking a big person walking.
got you.
It doesn't sound, it's not endearing. You can take it as not endearing, but whatever. That song stunk. We're moving on.
Yeah.
So
He has a song called WNBA, but it's not really about the WNBA. He's just saying balling like the WNBA. It's one of those stupid ones. Um, as far as Iceman goes, like some of the rapping I think is outright atrocious. Just absolutely corny lines that are just like throw tomatoes at him level rapping. Um, then there's like
There are cringeworthy lines all over the place on this album. Yeah.
this portion like where I'm like, oh, he's kind of opening up. He's talking about, feeling like he's gonna turn 40. He's struggling with it. His dad has cancer, which comes out that his dad does not have cancer or did not have cancer anymore. I don't know what it is, but
It was
he
that
made it sound like it was a current event.
they made it. Okay, here's the thing. That's the problem when you record so much and you're him, and you've been working on this. You've been working towards this album for almost 2 years. He got he like I when it first came out, I was like, wait, what? When I saw that that TMZ thing, I was like, wait, what? And then I thought to myself, wait, that's unfair because he's been building towards this album, and then who knows if he had made this 6 months ago or whatever else.
Yeah.
Because so I was like, give him a benefit of the doubt, whatever, and also like
That's tough.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that like that happened in him and the timing, whatever else. Because you don't know when he made that. So but like it's fair that like if there's some shit where like, oh yeah, he
was lying.
Let's say he had this album, like if he had this song for 4 years or whatever else. If this was happened 4 years ago, there's a problem. If this is something that happened like last year, whatever. It's too into nitty-gritty. I'm not an invested journalist. I don't care. My point is like, it felt like you finally heard this song from Drake. You heard that's the intro to the song that you've been waiting to hear from Drake for 2 years, and then he gives you the time and place song, not timestamp. I mean like introspective, bare your soul to as much as he can bare his soul, or as much as he's willing to bare his soul. And still give that veneer of, yeah, it's still fake nice guy stuff because Drake's still Drake. And he's going to give you fake nice guy, I'm super sensitive. I can call all of you pussies. Throughout the whole album, he's doing all that. But that was the song I was most looking forward to. If he's going to address and talk about all the stuff he's going through. And he did. And then it's like, oh, immediately after hearing that album, thinking like, for first listening, being completely unimpressed, and then like the next day wake up and be like, wait, what? He's lying on this? This was supposed to be the most sincere song on the album. He's flat out lying. Like I was about to read him the riot act, but I thought about it. I was like, you know what? That's unfair. That's unfair. We don't know when it's recorded.
So there's another part. Like he starts rapping like Kodak Black at random.
Twice. He did it on what was it? Not Plot Twist. Not
Lil
What
Birdie.
Did I Miss? Like around there.
Little
Burning
Birdie.
Bridges. Burning
Bridges and Lil Birdie.
Yeah.
Lil Birdie gonna go crazy in Florida though. I'll tell you that. Like that's gonna be.
I mean, I'm not mad at either one of them. I just was thinking to myself like, but why are you rapping like Kodak?
Right. Then there's song stealing allegations from 1900 Rugrat. I don't know how serious people want to take that, but
I've never heard of. I've heard that name. I've never heard the music.
You know who it is? Cracker got the AR, like that guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Trying to think what else. Okay. He then did like he had this very like kind of victim defeatist rap that went all throughout this thing.
It's throughout now. That's the entire theme.
Like,
is he's still bitter that he lost and got his ass kicked, and he's basically
it's like bro, like it's like he got in a fight at school, he lost, and everybody saw him lose, right?
Yeah.
But they still love him, so they can't quite look him in the eye, right? And when I say them, I mean like his fan base and the people. He's like, I didn't do that bad, did I?
You think so?
And he's like, in a way, I kind of won. That's what he's, the energy kind of gives off to me. Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, we kicked his backside in for all the lawsuit stuff, and he's talking about he'll battle the label and all this other stuff. I'm like, he's an outworld.
That is propaganda, and then like, that is fake news.
He's
like
serving,
he's
serving like a particular like.
He is like this album is really good for building I didn't lose the election.
This is a whole denial.
He has built a world of illusion around him, and sometimes it sounds good, other times it's like I can't suspend my disbelief enough to go with you, and that's why when I first heard the album I was like, nah, man. And then as I listened to it more, I was like, you know what?
You know how much harder this shit would be if he was like, yeah, I lost, but I'm me. Like he'd be like, I lose a battle, but I don't lose myself essentially. Like, but the thing is, he don't sell himself, so that's the problem. Like, and it was such a like. I think the battle with Kendrick, because Drake was never interested in giving us the reality of him, right? So Kendrick put all that stuff under a microscope, I think, right? So we are ingesting Drake the person while Drake the gimmick is still trying to proceed, right?
Yeah.
However, he could never, if he found a way on this album, in my eyes, to take back Drake the person a little bit, I think it would go hard. But he's still giving Drake, he's not breaking kayfabe, James.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with this album, and that's why when for me, when I first heard it, I was like, nah, this sucks. And then after the second play and the third play, and I was like, you know what, rap is wrestling. It always was. Why am I giving this dude a harder? Why am I harder on him than anyone else? And I mean, obviously there's a reason for it. It's because like it. He has broke.
Supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be like.
It's not even that. It's for me because I don't be caring about that kind of stuff, right? But for me it was like because now he's out here suing people. He's out here suing his label, and he's out here saying people got fake numbers and streams. Meanwhile, we know he got fake numbers and streams. And I guess now it's not the appropriate time to talk about how his second day fall off was ridiculous. It was like outsized. It's like, all right, well. I thought the bots or whatever else. Like, if there's bots or whatever else, what does it say that you're having like 50 and 60% decline from day 2 to day whatever on your shit?
Like, listen to these song titles: "Make Them Cry,"
"Make Them
Pay."
The Make songs are like the two
Make
best songs.
Remember, Make Them Know.
Songs.
He has 4 Make Them songs on there. Like, this is a lack of creativity. This is a lack of like it. All this stuff just feels very one note, and
I mean, some of it is also. I mean, well,
and he can we ban him from switching beats? Like, too
I'm tired
much?
of it,
bro.
Oh, bro.
Like, it just feels like a way to not pay niggas.
He's switching beats for the sake of switching beats. It's not even for the betterment of the song, right? Like the intro has 3 beats for like. All 3. There's no one beat better than the other one. He just wanted to rap over 3 beats at once. Dust.
Just do that on your intro or whatever. That's fine. I don't care. Do whatever you want on your intro. Damn near. He does this like 6
Dust
different
is basically
songs.
like an interlude at the first. Then they play the blow dust off your plaques, and I'm enjoying that song. And then he switched to this shitty thing after that. There's problems like that. What's the other one? Whisper My Name.
Yep.
Whisper My Name. Great.
That shit was going hard in the beginning,
and then it turns into bullshit at the end. There's another. There's multiple songs that were like the best part of the song is like why? There's no point for switching beats like this.
We got the
it doesn't add anything. In fact, it lessens the experience because now you're making worse. And then it's like, okay, so you do all these beat switches on better beats like National Treasure, right? He switches out of that. Right, National Treasure's like one of the best beats on the album, and then it's like, oh no, but Janet, shut the fuck up. Let that run for like 4 minutes straight. All right, bro. Okay.
I think the song Future is terrible.
I think it's one of the weaker songs they've ever done. That's going to be a single. I thought when I first heard the album, I was like, all right, well, I think that's going to be the one that gets played the most. That's going to be the quote unquote single that hits the radio, and it's going to work. But it's not like it's a great song. It sound, especially the second another beat switch, right? The beat that Future raps on, it sounds a lot like that I'm Too Sexy already. That they already did a few years ago.
Yep. You can play it and not hear it, be like, oh man, it's been 5 years since then. Oh, it's like it's like no time passed at all.
It came out 5 years ago?
That came out at least 5 years ago. That was on the the album with the Certified Lover Boy album.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about, you mentioned Future's on there. So, like, the only name features on here, really, like, people that, have names in the game that I can remember are Future and 21 Savage, and it's like...
That government-mandated 21 Savage feature at this point.
And it ain't do nothing for that song. That song could have been kept out. Like, in fact, like when I hear that song, I gotta remember, like, oh yeah, because I'm thinking of so many beat switches. I don't know what's a beat switch and what's a song change.
Correct.
So like National Treasure, I'm thinking that's the beat switch. And all of a sudden I play, oh no, that's beat switch. I can skip that because I don't like that song. But So
He got the West Coast song where he's like,
oh yeah, yeah. So he's doing the thing of like I'll show you how to do really make a real West Coast hit or whatever else, and like the first beat is the better beat, but he has to switch beats and he raps over the second one. The second one he's rapping like ass on it, and then I saw people say, "All right, if it's so good," they took Kendrick's vocals from stems from Squabble Up and put it over that beat, and and Kendrick is snapping on this shit. And I was like, that ain't fair. But yeah, it's and then the context of the song, he took all these shots at Mustard, and it's like, all right, man. Like we're doing the thing. Like now, I appreciate this as far as he's keeping a pretty insane amount of consistency for like every single person that I could possibly take slights from, whether it's Jay-Z, whether it's Joe Budden,
the jig is up. I
multiple times.
I found
the 500,000 thing.
I found that funny.
Yeah, I found them all humorous because like Jay-Z don't give a fuck. So
call him Jig.
Kendrick, right? Because I be calling him Jigga Man to be like, I ain't forget when you call yourself Jigga Man, Hov. Don't think I ain't remember that. You call yourself.
He called himself nigga essentially. Like
yes, the nigga man. Yes. So and then also like there's allusions to Jigaboo and that you can use that too. Like, no, that's not a good nickname, Hov. That's not a good name. Just a shop.
Saxophones.
Yes. So, but just thinking about like all the people, like obviously Kendrick, got Mustard. Trying to think, threw some shots at ASAP Rocky.
Oh yeah.
You told me some of the other names that he was throwing shots at.
LeBron.
Oh yeah, LeBron.
Bro, did you see that thing where I guess he did a video for this and then like he had like some chick walk out as he says that line, like almost like, yeah, this is the chick that you was out here with. Actually, I can't do. I can't play it because it'll get yanked.
I haven't seen none of those music videos, whatever, or the snippets or visuals.
DJ Khaled also.
Oh yep, Khaled as well.
That whole thing with the free palette that was nasty.
Yeah. That was like I was like, oh, okay. I'm surprised Drake is touching that one.
Yeah, he was out here like trafficking in that they hate me because I'm Jewish.
Yeah, he did. That's on that same on the end of it, that three whatever. What's it called now? But it was called what a timestamp song about not New Orleans.
I think it's Make Them Remember.
Yeah, Make Them Remember. Yeah, at first when it came out the day before or whatever else, it was a timestamp song about Charlotte, I think.
He called Cole a married man or something like that. Ross.
Yep. So all of that stuff, I found it to be fairly interesting. It was interesting that like everybody he has issues with, or whatever else at that time, he's still holding these grudges or whatever. DeMar DeRozan definitely got some. National Treasure. The whole song's about DeMar DeRozan. Like I was interested. I was interested to hear that, and I was like, like the Future.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he mentioned anything about Young Thug, but Young Thug was in them his phone calls or whatever else. He was saying all sorts of shit about Drake. Like, yeah, man, Drake
he know better.
Yeah. He's stupid.
He know better. Nigga would hear them saxophones.
He's stupid. But I just hearing all these grudges 2 years later, and this is the same guy that like if he had won, 2 years later from now, he would have 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, he couldn't have waited to bring Kendrick Lamar back on stage or whatever else to bring, like how he did with Meek Mill, right?
Yeah.
But he lost, so he's still just super bitter about it, and it's like
I get the feeling he would have had he won, he would have gone about this album in similar ways because this nigga feels like look, when he said that thing about the Jewish roots, he sees himself as a victim, he would have saw himself as an underdog. He maybe have came up. So I'll say this: listening to his vocals itself, right? Mm-hmm. I felt like I played that whole thing, and I felt like this nigga was depressed on a lot of this shit, right? I'll go back.
Yeah, it's a lot of Heart Part 6. Yeah.
I'll go back to Scorpion. I'll be like, yo, you just listen to the sound of the guy's voice, and it feels like his spirit has completely like morphed in that time. And it's like, it's not an age thing. It's not a vocal thing. It's like, I felt like he had something to say, kind of like you listen to like 8 out of 10, for example. Like I have been talking about that, like 8 out of 10 from Scorpion.
What was the one when he was talking about how much he's bitter and he hated women? Was that Views?
Her loss.
No,
Views,
it was before then.
Oh, okay.
There was again the discography was like a clear change. Like, yo, he sounds like he hates life.
Views.
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah. He sounded like that too on Views.
Yeah.
Where he's like, he sounds miserable.
Yeah.
Like he don't want to do this. Like this verse. Well, it's been a lot of that the last decade or whatever else. But like this first time, I felt like I don't know if he wants to do this anymore.
Yeah, like Scorpion, he's way better than he is on Iceman. In my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a better album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that might be his last. That might be his only.
That's it.
Legitimately good album from this.
That's
last
where we
decade.
draw the line. I think. Like I've got a picture, and I'm actually going to share it here of his albums, and I'll put it on the screen in just a second if you carry me momentarily.
Okay.
Pause.
He's stupid. But all right. So I'm looking at message. I'm assuming you just sent me something. But yeah, I just Yeah, that discography is crazy.
It kind of looks crazy. So we're gonna pull this up.
There's a clear line of delineation.
Where we drawing the line right here?
For me,
I was gonna say I know where I'm drawing it.
Oh, like, I mean, for me, I'm drawing that line right in that bottom row.
I was gonna say, in my eyes, I would be willing to sacrifice Scorpion to just keep the rest of the bottom row and then throw everything else in the trash.
Yeah, same.
I know that probably sounds crazy to people, right? But I'm like, all right, man, let's
if you've been listening to Drake since 2009, or you've been listening to even before then, if you go back to So Far Gone, you absolutely agree. Like, so when I first listened, I'm got a text thread with Diaz and Alex and Julian and Kirby, and they were like, they were cutting slack for this album in a way that like I wanted to argue with him, but I just left it alone. And then Alex came in and was like, you know what, James, you holding it. I was like, I hopped in here, I was like, hey man, I think I like 7 or 8 of these 18 songs on the first listen. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, this is not, but the thing none of them were willing to say was this is a great album or this is a very good album. They were all like, it's acceptable. And I was like, he is the biggest rapper. He's the most prolific hit maker in the history of rap. He's a great actual rapper. He hasn't made a great album in a decade. This album, none of y'all are arguing is great. And when you go to it, like none of these songs, I think in 5 years when he's back on the road performing, I don't need to perform in a single one of these songs 5 years from now.
It's funny that you bring that
nothing
up.
is added to his catalog of this. You playing.
What's on your all-time reel?
Yeah, like your top 20, like your verses, whatever. None of these songs gonna make them crack a Drake verse. Even if you want to go 30 deep, even if you want to go 40 deep, I argue, right? So, is he so can we just say he's a legacy act that has super crazy superstar inertia and he keeps going in the way that like Taylor Swift is in the same situation and it's honestly quite fitting because these are two people that have not grown up, are still stuck in Kids R Us mode. And their best albums are long past them now. They're a decade in the past.
Yeah, it's
they're just pop stars.
So after Iceman, the next day I went and made a 5-hour Drake playlist out of all the songs from these albums. The one I went to each album and was like, all right, what do I want from his all-time reel? And I grabbed everything that I wanted. Right? Mm-hmm. It was 5 hours, and I was like, I got Iceman. I didn't even bother putting anything on it yet, but I was like, this is the Drake, and it's like you go through, and I go through. It's like 4 songs from this album, 6 songs from this album,
right? Whatever.
And I'm like, this guy has given us like half quality albums, almost as long as he's like been doing this.
Longer.
Seemingly,
you can argue longer.
Yeah,
because look at that. Look at that. Scorpion's right there. Scorpion's like the only one where you say I'm pulling like more than 3 off. Maybe
I think Scorpion might have the most.
Right. Yeah.
And I think maybe if you're reading this too late, that for me, that's Drake's real one, and maybe Scorpion, right? And with that, with like God's plan, it feels like he's on top of the world at that point, right?
Yeah.
In my feelings, whole first disc, me is great.
Yeah.
4 songs off the second one, I think the rest stinks, but whatever, it's a double album.
Yeah.
And then that pandemic comes from.
And even though there's filler on it, there are so many great records on there that you can accept that. Like, that's my point when I was arguing with them on the thing was like, yes, this is a 4, but this is a 7 out of 10. But none of the 7 or 8 out of 10, but none of the 7 or 8 I like are like great songs, I feel.
Right.
They're just songs that like I know are going to work and I enjoy them, but like none of these are, like I mentioned, this conversation we just having. None of these are knocking out Nice for What. None of these are knocking out Lord Knows. You know what I'm saying? Like none of these are knocking out like I'm on One.
Right. Like For All the Dogs album. Remember when that album came out and the world bullied him into putting more songs out, essentially to be like to try to save the album?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Certified Lover Boy. Literally, I only have 2 songs on it worth a damn in my eyes. Dark Lane demo tapes, Low Pressure release. I think is actually kind of is actually good, but for a low pressure release. Care Package is a collection of old songs. Then there's More Life, which is cool. I think it was better than Views. I think Views stinks to this day. Honestly, Nevermind, Frisbee, Her Loss.
That has like one song on there. One song.
Her Loss got some joints, like, and I think that was like.
But that is a collab album.
Yeah,
that shit don't count.
Yeah, it's not great. And then the Maid of Honor Habibti thing, it's like.
I can't speak on that. I haven't heard him.
I don't even want to.
Except for BBW.
He's trying to he got out of the contract and different stuff like that. With that.
Do we know if that's true or not?
I don't know if it's true, but that's what the conversation has been around.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it would make sense.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those things that it's a leading move, right? It's like, he dropped 3 albums. Why the fuck would he do that? And the only thing we can grasp at is, he's trying to get out of his deal by doing this. But it's like, man, these record labels for forever have always, had the upper hand on that shit. Like, you don't try to drop 3 or whatever else. Okay, you actually owe us 5 since you want to play slick on some bullshit and drop 3 albums on release. So it ends up like hurting our chance to actually make money.
How do you market this?
All back to back like that?
Like, how do you spend advertising dollars on this? Like, because like.
That's what I'm saying.
He did all the advertising dollars in a roll for Iceman. He was setting up fucking ice and city blocks and shit.
There was no BT or Maid of Honor shit at all.
Right.
So there was no interview or there was no pressing talking about his parents or his mom or none of that shit.
Right. So it's like, I guess the marketing is the release combined. Like, they just feel like, all right, you buy like a video game and it has like
a demo.
It has like another disc on the back of that bitch, or the demo disc. Yes, that's what the fuck that shit is like, almost. But I'll keep listening to it, whatever, because it's like, all right, if he's actually gonna give me a full rap album, which he finally kind of did on this, right? It just seemed like it suffered from all the same things his other albums suffered from, like that have the singing on it.
Yeah, and another part of it is like, you listen to Family Matters, and he's rapping his ass off on it. There is nothing on this album where he's rapping that well on as that. And it's like, you know, even though I enjoy this stuff, I'm still at a point where it's like, there are only brief moments of excellent rapping on this album. Brief moments of it. And it's like, well, what the fuck? Are you just never... Well, I've already, a big part of the reason why I'm not into listening to rap like this more is like, a guy like that is that talented is out here disappointing me left and right for why he's still making good albums at that time. Let alone now where it's like, oh, now he's not even making good albums. So that's a big part of it. Like, Drake has been a part of killing my love for contemporary rap music. He's been a big part of it.
That is. Saxophones. Please.
For this. This would have reunited your love with hip hop. No.
Yeah. This I don't know, man. It feels like an album for the new bass, the new Drake fan.
That's another thing. He's rapping. Like he is on. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what time you want to place it. You'd be better at this than me. But like there was clearly been a switch in like yeah I'm rapping for white kids and streamers.
her loss going forward.
There you go.
Yeah, like that's a new audience. Like he's not rapping for
It's
like
incel rap.
like
And then like it's
it
not
ain't
as
it ain't quote
it's
unquote
not it's
for the
not
hoes.
it's not as I hate women as much on this album, but it's like it's still just the so much of grievance rap. It's like the whole album is grievance rap. Like I got a hit list of people that and people that have wronged me, and I am going to take shots at every single one of them for 18 tracks. Like and not many of them are women except for I guess a woman in the intro that I guess he was dating. I'm assuming that was I'm not good with these Drake sub.
I don't follow
but I'm
those either.
assuming it was Lotto's young sister that he was inappropriately dating anyway. But whatever. Yeah, man, it is what it is with him. But like I guess you could say it's some priors because like this album ain't a brick, and I thought a lot of these other albums when I've heard them be like, I can't believe these things suck. I think I'd be like, Rich told me this shit sucked, and now I'm like, yeah, it's exactly what he said it was.
Like I feel like I'm really good at evaluating Drake. I feel like he is a contemporary of mine, and I see where he's going. And in a way, I was like, man, I see what he's doing. I'm like, damn, if he's not inspired, or if I don't feel like he's inspired, it's like, well, what the fuck am I at this point? So like, there is that. I'm like, I think I still got something in the tank. Like, I feel like if I listen to Free Spirit, it will mop Iceman up personally. But
so
Free Spirit's still under construction.
So one thing I haven't heard, right? You tell me. Like I've only heard it in regards to talking about sales and streaming data and that kind of shit. That's for me. It's something I just keep note of. I don't care. It doesn't influence what I think of the music because numbers in tweets in propaganda is not going to influence me one way or the other on how I feel about when I listen.
That
to
don't impress me.
Yeah, I mean, it can impress you. That's why if I'm not like get to something immediately, like I always take 2 weeks off so I can get whatever's in my mind out of there, so I can come and try to come with a blank slate. So I've heard people talk about how much they like this album or they don't or whatever else. Regardless, one thing I have not seen people do, which is interesting to me, is they have not compared this to GNX, like critically.
Really?
I haven't seen that.
Huh.
And I mean, you know the reason why, because GNX is a great album. This ain't.
Yeah.
And it would not be. It is like he's not even
like Drake
GNX.
When I was listening to it.
Drake as an album has been so, or Drake as an album maker, as a solo artist, has been so at a certain level of mid that like people are like, yeah, he good, okay.
Yeah.
You dropped an album of stuff that doesn't suck.
Yeah, like it depends. Your taste may vary on some of the beats and stuff like that on here. Like they're fine, but like
and some of the cringe lines.
Yeah,
like people like Janet shut the fuck up, and I think it's awful. I can't like
it's gonna grow.
I like the content of what he's rapping about, but like that hook is awful.
I think it's gonna grow slowly, and like
I know it has an earworm effect to it because I've already people talk about like FD Signifier was talking about like he's like this for the autistic mind. I was like, fucking God. he's like this is for the autistic. He's like this shit is gonna be addicted to the autistic mind. That's chipmunk that chipmunky or what is it? That chipmunky like auto tune is going in the way he's rapping or the way he's singing it is like that's gonna be like earworm people. I was like, I guess so. It ain't work for me. I think that shit's awful.
Yeah. That's interesting. All right, man. Let's pack Drake up. Let's get to a real superstar.
Hold on. You had a point about GNX you wanted to make.
Oh yes, GNX. I felt like GNX. I couldn't stop listening to it. Like I wanted to listen to it over and over and over again. Yeah. And that doesn't come from me being some big Kendrick Lamar fan or anything. It's just like I thought it was really dope.
Can I expose the truth?
Oh, go ahead.
Rich used to be like, why is a nigga saying that he smoked people's top 5? He don't rap no more. Now I used to be like, hey man, this man done made some great records. I don't know what you talking about, Rich. And then 2024 happened. He was like, you know what? Never mind. He got
Never
it.
mind. Never mind. Cause like at this time it was like this 5-year gap, and I was like, all right, nigga, like, and I know COVID, you know,
And also you keep doing this thing about this 5-year gap. He did the Black Panther soundtrack. You used to be ignoring that shit.
If the collab album don't count for Drake, I ain't counting that for Kendrick. As some solo release. So like he would put these like kind of one-off songs out, and they were great. Like All the Stars, like that's a fucking like exactly that's a place and time song. You know exactly where you were when that shit was going, right? Are you gonna remember fucking anything about Iceman? like as far as like when I heard What Did I Miss again, right? Because like this was out the end of last summer, and I'm like,
was it that long ago?
Yeah. And I was like, and they hear it again. I'm like, oh, you missed. What did I miss, nigga? Like, did I miss something?
Were you surprised to hear it? You surprised to hear it? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. And then, like, there was a couple other songs that he had put out as loosies that appeared on the other albums. Like, that song with Central C, I think, is very bad. Yeah. And the reviewers are, like, trying to cut Made Honor some slack. Like, nah, bro. Like,
I haven't heard it. Can't speak to it.
So...
But then was Made Honor the singing one?
No, like that one's more like the dance kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's got like the Sexy Red song and the Cheetah Print stuff. It's
yeah. People bending that one over the knee.
Yeah,
people giving that shit all the blue. They're like, what is it? What is this machine? What is 80s drum machine ass shit?
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, man, fuck you. 80s drum machines are awesome.
That nigga made that shit on a TR 909 and shit. Like, nigga.
Nah, bro. I tell you this right now. No, we ain't even top down on the Rolling TR 909. A Rolling TR 909 got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of hit records off them same drums.
He actually has I think he has a Prince song as well. Like, using those Prince drums.
The Lynn drums?
On one of them, yes, on one of them songs. I was like, it's taking him forever to do this. What took so long? Like,
he's not a Prince guy.
It's so funny. I heard that and I was like, huh.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember which one it's from. I don't remember which one
like
it's from.
Prince,
Obviously, it's fucking 40-something songs. Like,
yeah,
nobody needs this much from one artist. Like, Chris Brown is like, hey, bro, you're doing too much.
And Chris Brown didn't try to sell you on his 3 different albums or 2 different albums. He was like, nah, here's the album and all the shit. There you go. Go stream it up.
Yeah, that's chart manipulation, all that shit. So
crazy. And that's another part about it, right? Like them other times, I ain't hearing nothing about any of them things doing anything as far as streaming big streams or any of that. It's all Iceman shit.
How do you promote it? Like, it's like you can't divert your attention to 3 fucking places. Like, you only listen to one. I listened to them all, but I was like, I'll never listen to the other 2 again. Like in a full sitting. Like, no, why would I do that?
Fair enough. Oh, I thought you meant like, nah, I'm never listening to shit. No, like I'm going into like the album thing.
Yeah.
I would never click on the album thing on Spotify or whatever else and being like, cancel, like never.
Do not recommend. Like, yes, do not recommend. Don't play nothing off this. This is frisbee. This is mud. This is like, skip. Mid.
Yeah,
Skip.
Yeah, mid, skip. Yeah, so